SeemsGoodMagic team members live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27, or just go to SeemsGoodMagic.com and you can watch us live stream right in the box at the bottom of our main screen. Our live stream times will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. To support our store, go to SeemsGoodMagic.com, click on eBay store, and purchase some play sets and singles. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Hey, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here with another 8-4 Gatecrash draft. Rare is Molten Primordial, which is good, but I don't think it's the first pick. I think I'm probably just taking the Mugging. It's a good piece of removal. It's cheap, monocolor. What else is good in this pack? Actually, most of the picks in this pack are very good. We're passing a massive Gruul signal. Massive. But I don't know what to do about that. I think we're still going to take the Mugging. And, I mean, almost every card in this pack is Gruul. So I guess we could still go Boros, or we could still possibly go Gruul. Even though we're passing the signal, it might be just this pack. I don't know. This is a ridiculously Gruul pack, though. I don't know what to do about that. I'm still going to take the Mugging. Nothing else is really catching my fancy. It could take the Hands of Binding, but I don't think it has the same strength that Mugging does. So, kind of passing Gruul signal. I got to keep that in my mind. I may be just going Boros instead because of that. But let's see. So, Sky Knight Legionnaire, one of the better picks you can get for Boros. So, let me bring out the card. I forgot to do that. People want me to do this. I keep forgetting. Okay. So, the pick here, probably the Legionnaire. Could also just stay red for now, but like I said, I passed a Gruul signal, so it might just make more sense to take the Legionnaire. Unfortunately, we're passing a Skyjack, a Fire Fist Striker, and an Ember Beast, all of which I would have liked to have had for this deck, but Legionnaire is better enough than those 3 cards for Boros that I think I'm going to take it here. And officially commit to Boros, I guess. Alternatively, I could take Skyjack, potentially go Orzhov, if that's open, and splash the Mugging, but let's take the Legionnaire. It's one of the best commons you can get for Boros, so I'm okay with that. Alright, the pick now. Godless Shrine would actually not, besides giving us a couple tickets. Why is this covered up? This is weird. I'm trying to get it so I can look at the cards. It's not letting me do it. I don't know what the problem is. That's weird. Weird. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's annoying though. Alright, so Godless Shrine's a couple tickets, but it also opens us up for a Orzhov Boros kind of deck. Basilica Screecher would be probably the next best. Ripscale Predator is good too, but I don't want a 6-drop yet. Let's take the Godless Shrine. Opens us up for Orzhov Boros, which I like. Okay, I think I can take an Executioner swing here. Be okay with that. Okay. So maybe go just a little bit deeper. Let's take the Gutter Skulk then. Go deeper Orzhov. Aerial Maneuver looks like it's fine here. It's a good trick. I don't really like Skullcrack that much. Maybe if blue's open, it's a fairly late Dimir Charm. We may just be going Orzhov Dimir instead. Not being able to see these cards is driving me absolutely nuts. And I don't know why it's doing that. Can I like stretch it and look at it? No. Just not going to let me look at it. That is so weird. Alright, well, whoa. Guess I'm just going to have to be nuts then. Alright. Let's take the Dimir Charm over the Skullcrack. In case blue happens to be the open color and we have to go down that route instead. Okay. So, Dimir Guildgate or Metropolis Sprite. because it looks like red is being cut. There's also Smite. And we're probably white. Most likely white. So let's take Smite. It's a pretty good card. I'd still like to make the Boros Orzhov thing work, but looks like we may have a hard time doing that. Alright, so this is our original pack. I guess we'll take the Thunder Fist. It's a fairly strong card. No one else wanted to go into Gruul. Is that right? Well, so I pass the Gruul signal, and then Gruul makes it all the way around after I pass the Gruul signal. Makes sense. I hate Founder Street Denizen. Let's just take the Guild Gate. Okay, we'll take away the Thief maybe. Otherwise, Slate Street Ruffian, which is one of the worst cards. I guess, in case we're short on playables. Alright, so looks like did some butchered signals there, unfortunately. So trying to clean this up, find the correct path that we're going down. Hopefully the rare in this next pack will inspire me. Maybe it'd be better if I just do this. 3 cards. What the hell? That is weird. Oh, just an Obsidian. Yeah, well, I've been inspired, everybody. Inspiration. What are we hoping to wheel here? Prophetic Prism, Assault Griffin. I'd be happy with either of those, but let's take a bunch of tickets. So, primarily Orzhov. I'd still like to splash, or will definitely be willing to splash red if I have to. Okay, Syndic, pretty solid. I do like the Primordial quite a bit, especially since we're a deck that looks like it could probably play it, but Syndic is just a 2-drop that we are probably going to desperately be needing. Plenty of good Simic cards in here. Taking Syndic though. Alright, Sacred Foundry actually opens us up for our splash, gets me more fixing. What are we really passing? A Confessor, a Spy. I'd like both of those cards. No doubt. But tickets plus lets us splash for our red already. I've been convinced. Convinced myself. So we're the multiple Shockland deck. Alright. Halberdiers, Boros Charm, both of which are pretty good. I guess Boros Charm is better on the splash. Let's hide this Dimir Charm. I think we're, at this point, we're just doing 3 color. Alright. We only have 6 creatures, and one of them is a Slate Street Ruffian. So I do have to keep that in mind. But Boros Charm is just too strong, too versatile. Halberdier is insane, but Boros Charm is more insane. So good with Extort. I've played it with Extort before, and it is silly. Okay, sweet. So we get a Screecher here, which I'm happy to take, over a Death's Approach, which currently is not that great for our deck anyway. We're not really milling our opponent, and we don't have a ton of removal. We have a good amount, though, I guess, but I just like playing Death's Approach a lot more when we're an actual removal deck, as opposed to, or when we're a mill deck, not a removal deck, excuse me. Okay, Active Treason, Millennial Gargoyle, Simic Charm. I'd like to take that, but I don't think that's happening. Guess we take Active Treason. Could be good. If we get a sack outlet, it's real good, like Cartel Aristocrat. If we get Undercity Informer, Active Treason just gets bonkers. If we get Pit Fight, it's just a lot of good synergistic stuff with Active Treason. Look how gross this picture is. It's disgusting. Okay, next pick. I think we can take a Shadow Slice. We already have a couple Extorters. This one just wields it so well. And we're not really passing anything anyway, so. Convinced myself. Alright. Boros Elite here over the Thunder Fist and the Active Treason, I think, is in order. It's easy to extort off of. It's still early enough where we could pick up some more creatures. And we actually need more creatures anyway, so. Otherwise, it's just another Active Treason, but I think at this point I'll take a Boros Elite. It's much better when you're an aggressive deck, which we're not currently, but we could get some more creatures. We could get so lucky. Alright, here I'm definitely taking a Night Watch. Sets up Battalion, gives us chump blockers. This doesn't exactly look like a Righteous Charge deck to me. The good news is we have fixing down really well. Alright, taking a Martial Glory here for sure. Guess I can't really play any of these. Guess this could be annoying against Obsidat, maybe. Midnight Recovery we'll take. Possibly playing it if we're short on playables. Mental Vapors, probably. I'd play the Midnight Recovery before I play the Mental Vapors, but ideally I don't have to play either of them. Alright, so we're on a pack 3. We're at 8 creatures, so creatures are currently my priority. Well, Roboboat Raiders would be sweet, but we're pretty light red, let's be honest. I mean, maybe I'm less light red than I realized. What do I have, like 5 spells right now? But triple red, that's just not going to happen. What else is in this pack, though? Unfortunately, not much. Warmind, still red. Court Street, not looking like a Court Street deck. Another Smite, we're too short on creatures. I may have to take the Warmind. Sadly, it's just and Roboboat Raiders just so much vastly superior, but I can't realistically see myself getting 3 red with this deck. We're 3 color, we're color intensive. Just as yeah, with Obsidat, it's just like that's not happening. There's no way that's happening. It's gonna be hard enough to play the red spells we do have, but Warmind Infantry is vastly superior in my mind to both Sorichi Tiger, Bomber Core. It's probably on par with Smite, but like I said, I need creatures. I just don't like Court Street in this deck. I'd rather have the 3 toughness. Let's take the infantry. Alright, here's our Undercity Informer. I might be down with that, but oh, there's also a Basilica Screecher. So, and a Halberdier. And that's about it. But I think it's between Undercity Informer and Screecher. Okay, so like oh wow, I was seriously just like scrolled down that whole time. Sometimes I'm retarded. Alright, Basilica Screecher, Undercity Informer. Well, I did say Undercity Informer's got the synergy with Active Treason, but I think our priorities lie in the Extort right now. Especially since Basilica Screecher with Shadow Slice is like just insanely good. Undercity Informer is a very good blocker, attacker, win con. That's tough. I think I want the Screecher more. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Screecher. So only 10 creatures. Guess I could take the Killing Glare. I guess it's 11 creatures if you count the Night Watch. So I could take another Warmind Infantry, but I think Killing Glare is better enough in our deck than Warmind Infantry where I want to take it here. But then again, I just do need creatures. I gotta take the infantry, I think. 10 creatures, I'm worried I'm not gonna get enough. So I gotta take the infantry, sadly. Oh wow, I wish I could play that. Instead, I think we're gonna just take Cinder Elemental, which is actually a worthwhile splash. It's much better when you have more creatures to support it, but it is a fireball effect, so I guess I'll take it. Could also take an Executioner's Swing, another removal, but once again, short on creatures. Alright, here we'll definitely slam the Skyjack. Happy to take that. Happy to be picking up creatures. Alright, Orzhov Charm, on the other hand, definitely a worthwhile pickup over a creature. Alright, Madcap, Death's Approach, currently sitting at 13 creatures. No mill, is that correct? I did not take the Undercity Informer. We do have pieces of removal. enough where we might be able to support Death's Approach in this deck, but Madcap Skills does dominate games if you hit it at the right time, in the right place. We're a little bit short on creatures to support it, and we already do have plenty of like tricks and spells, so I might just want a removal spell, but let's take the Madcap. I'm feeling saucy. See if we can pick up any more creatures. Alright, we're going to take a Gutter Skulk over the Boros Key Rune, I think, but the Key Rune does help us fix. Let's hide this Guild Gate. No, I'm too short on creatures, I think, to take fixing at the moment. Just too short on creatures. Well, I guess 14. Let me think about this. It's 14 creatures if you count the Night Watch. That's not too short, I guess. This does fix white for Obsidian, fixes red for the deck. Alright, let's take the Key Rune. I changed my mind. I really do want the Gutter Skulk, actually, for this deck, but like, I can be satisfied with a Bomber Core, probably. Actually, maybe I just want the Gateway Shade. Oh, wait, we don't have any gates? Nah, I guess that's not going to work. Alright, let's take Bomber Core. I can never play this card. Wait a second. Well, I guess it works with Cinder Elemental, huh? That's funny, but no, let's take Aerial Maneuver. Makes more sense. Alright, this may just be a Slate Street Ruffian sort of deck. And Shadow Alley Denizen, I guess, maybe. Okay, so we ended up with enough creatures, albeit some of them more subpar than others, but then again, we have some bomb creatures in here too, so I just have some decisions to make. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Active Treason in here. I just sort of got to pick and choose what I'm playing. I did get enough fixing where the 3-color aspect of this deck will work, but we're a little bit heavier mix of 3 colors than I like. Like, I usually like it when I'm 3-color if, like, 2 of the colors are very prominent and 1 color's kind of, you know, in the background, just sort of complementary color, but this looks like a really healthy mix of 3 colors, so that means it's going to be a little bit more difficult to effectively play the spells when I want to play them. Alright, let's put in the good stuff for now. Slate Street Ruffian, I guess, doesn't quite count as the good stuff, but I'm just putting in a bunch of creatures at the moment. Or at least taking a good long look at all the good, or all the playable creatures and spells that I have. Alright, let's not forget about our Shocklands. Well, the good news is, between Obsidian and 2 Shocklands, I think this draft is pretty well paid for. So let's focus fire on what I want this deck to achieve, and how I'm going to go about achieving it. Alright, let's separate spells from creatures, because we've got just infinite 2-drops in this deck. Just tons of tricks. And like I said, we're a little bit short on creatures. I'm not feeling Active Treason in this deck, and I sure as hell don't want to play multiple Slate Street Ruffians. I really don't even want to play the Shadow Alley Denizen, to be honest. I've got so many spells, I could be willing to cut some of these, probably. Maybe we don't need to main deck the Smite. I can sideboard into that. I don't really want to cut more creatures, but I may be willing to. We have 16 if you count the Night Watch. So it's either another Slate Street or a Denizen I'm cutting. Maybe I can cut the Denizen so the Madcap's a little bit better on turn 2. It's easier to extort off of it. Slate Street's just so bad. Grey Ogre. Stupid Grey Ogre. What an odd deck. Okay, so I gotta do 17 lands, even with the Key Rune, just because we're such a crazy mix of 3 colors. Just a complete straight up mix. So I gotta cut 2 more cards. What do we cut? I guess I could cut the Denizen. Then we're down to 14 creatures if you count the Night Watch. It's not very impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I think I have to cut a trick, and we're starting to get shorter and shorter on creatures, so maybe I cut the Madcap. I know that seems weird because Madcap's such a strong card, but we've already got good finishers, really. We've got our Obsidian, got a couple fatties, got a fireball effect, healthy amount of flyers, powerful tricks. We really just got to make sure we're hitting our colors. All right, let's see the damages here. What kind of color deck are we looking at? So these are black, white, and these are Boros. God, we are like straight up, just a straight up mix of the three colors. So we did get these lands, which actually, thankfully, these helped out. These are going to help out tremendously. So with our key rune, we already have 3 white sources and 2 red sources. So what are they suggesting if I were to play it like this? They're saying 6. No, well, I think we're going to lower that just a little bit because we already have 3 white sources, like I said. So if I did it like this, it would be 6 red sources, 7 black sources, 8 white sources. All right, let's change that to 7 white sources, 7 black sources, 7 red sources. Yeah, that actually makes sense to me. It's a healthy mix. Need to make sure we see all of our colors. Thankfully, there's nothing that's like double color beyond Obsidian. And I think I'm okay with this. A little bit awkward, no doubt. But this deck could work. We could make this work. Infinite 2 drops, ton of removal, good tricks. I think I should be able to make this deck work. A little bit short on creatures, which makes Cinder Elemental a lot turdier, unfortunately. I think our problem is definitely going to be getting aggroed out, but unfortunately I don't have a ton of options with that. Maybe Smite is better than another card in here, but I'm not sure what, because all the rest are like tricks and removal. Shadow Slice, perhaps, but Shadow Slice is just actually an important win con in this deck with the Basilicus creatures and Legionnaire. It's a good way to end a game, I'll tell you that much. Even an aerial maneuver on a Shadow Sliced creature can just do so much. But Cypher with Extort is very important. We only have 3 Extort creatures, but still. Alright, I guess I'm going to run it like this. Alright, wish me luck. Hopefully I get some good colors here. See the right colors when I need them. Alright, see you around 1. Alright, we're here in round 1. I'm just going to load up my deck real quick so we can take a look at it while we're playing, which does help a lot. I recommend it. So you at least can like look for your outs, or it actually lets you look at your first hand too and kind of know if it's worth keeping or not.